Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel. As today we are continuing our game through the division, and I want to take care of the missions to the south and then go to the north and go on that bigger mission for the technician.
Agent, we've got some distress signals. Hey, hang on a minute. Oh, dear God. What color is that? Oh, sorry. Yes, sending you the location.
Now look at this beautiful
call.
morning. It's definitely special. They've done a great job with lighting, and I do love this kind of weather effects in games. I do like it in SimCity, but when they've added it in City Skylines, for example, so basically on city builders I really love weather effects. On games, I guess it really depends on how it's done. There are a few RPGs for which I know I didn't like the weather effects. I mean, they didn't do anything for me. I would have liked this weather to be in real life as well. Now it has been quite cloudy for a few days, and now that it's getting closer to the weekend, somehow during the week there's a lot of sun, but during the weekends when I can finally, go out and enjoy at least a walk in nature, it's getting cloudy or rainy. The weather hasn't really been on our side. Now at this point you can see that we're using about half of the ammunition just to take one of the enemies down. This is one of the issues that people had with this game, that the enemies are quite tanky. But that's because, or at least that's how I feel, like people take this in with the idea of a shooter in mind, when it's slightly different. Like you have to take it in mind with the idea of a looter shooter kind of game, an RPG kind of game, where your equipment matters. So the only way to make your equipment matter is, well, basically to make them, more tanky.
Power generator stabilized.
Because if they don't, and it doesn't take a lot to kill the enemies, then it doesn't take a lot to kill you either. So otherwise it makes it unrealistic. Well, it's already unrealistic, but I think you understand what I mean. Like, it has to feel the same for you as it is for the enemy. I think I can stay a bit longer without healing up. Take care of these guys. We're getting flanked here, so I have to reposition. That guy would be nice, so let's run away. And do we have a sniper now? Okay, that guy's out. Didn't manage to hit him yet. Okay, well, let's see, what do we have here? Some ballistic pads, seem like an upgrade, and what else? Some mods. So let us take a look at our character. I guess we'll pick the better gun for now. As far as weapon goes, we have another assault rifle, but yeah, I don't feel like it's better. On masks, we have over here, I guess it is an upgrade. We do have the same amount of bullets on the combat mask as well, so we'll pick the upgrade. We have a few mods now. The repurposed electronics mod and repurposed performance mod. These are two types of mod that provide us with different bonuses. As you see, this is with mobile cover damage resilience, and you get different skill. And this one offers us straight up electronics. So this we put in the armors. You can see like these boxes here. Every one of them like offers a different slot for a different type of weapon. So here we do have, on the right you can see the mod slot, and we can take a look and inspect the backpack. And if you look at the backpack, you can see that the equipment that it's on the back is related to the skills that you have equipped. So that is the turret, and over there I'm guessing those are the medical kits. We might not have the best vision on it, but let's see if we were to change our skills. And I will pick, let's say, a ballistic shield, and then on the secondary we go with what? Grenades, I guess. Now if we take a look at our backpack now, you can see that we have the shield over there. And I guess on the left I can't see properly to see where the grenade is. Like I'm thinking it's right up under that box there, but maybe it has the same icon. Now let's take a look on another ability. Let's say, what, medical, one of these support stations. Ah, there it is. So this one looks different. It's a simple idea, but I do like these kinds of details. Every time you have an RPG and you can see the items, it makes a difference, for me at least. It feels like you're growing, it feels like you're evolving your character. Let's work. I think we're gonna try this support station out. It provides us with a lot more life. It's deployable on the ground, and it offers you life over time, while this one is a bit of more of an emergency, right? It's first aid against having a full kit, right? So this one will provide us with 141 HP per second over 44.3 seconds. In total, it's a 2,800 life, while we get about 3,000 from our medical, from our first aid ability. But anyway, let's continue for now. We'll try this skill out and we'll see whether we like it, whether we prefer it. It can be very good later on, or it can be very good if you are the type of character that is very tanky. Not so much for us, but we'll try it. So let's throw in this electronics just for that extra ability, and we don't have any other slots that could equip what we have on hand.
Thank you, Agent.
Finally! Well, thank you so much. That was terrifying. No, I need to get the hell out of here.
Do we have a chest here for an item? Yes, we do. Just a green weapon, nothing too impressive. Let's see over here. A shotgun, not planning to use that either. There are a few builds that work, but I feel like these ones work better when you're playing PvP more than when you're playing PvE. I think now we're going to go to the next mission with the water supplies. Once again, we're getting out of the subway and we're probably gonna go underground in the sewer system. And civilians running away. Okay.
There's a lot of heavily armed assholes around
Nothing
here.
but useless crap.
I don't know if I have spoken about this recently. I know I might have spoken about it in another series, but I'm not sure if I had in the Division. But I started working out, and at this point I'm almost 2 months in. I started working out because I was feeling like I started having different joint pains from sitting down all day, as I am sitting inside the house, you know, quite often. that there's different restrictions to go outside. I guess it's not as strict right now as it is in other places, but it's still, you know, quite, I would say quite frowned upon, right? And after certain hours, you don't really get to go out. And the way I'm working, with the way I'm recording, it leaves very little time for me to actually go out during the week. Let's see.
Come on, you know me for years. This cough, Ed. You know I have asthma. Look, here's my inhaler. Please don't. Don't. Ah!
Brutal. Very barbaric. Going back to what I was saying. So,
Dispatch calling all units in the Tenderloin. Civilians along West 21st are reporting a break in their water service.
so after a year of quarantining, basically, or staying inside the house, I started getting more out of shape, and for me, it didn't really mean getting weight, though I did gain a few extra kilograms. But the biggest problem was with joint pains, especially on my hands, from working on the computer all day. Like, I was thinking about how the little movements, like, you know, just opening and closing doors and holding on to the bus, or you know, like just going out in the city and being at work all day and have your colleagues come up and say, hey, let's go on a break, and you know, like taking more breaks.
Warning. Water pressure at critical levels.
It helped a lot then when we started working from home. Working from home has definitely made me work more hours
Water pressure at critical
for
levels.
no necessarily good reason, right? Like, on the break, the time that I should be on break, sometimes I wouldn't get up and go and let's deploy one of these stations. You can see that our life is going up. The only problem right here is that we have to be stationary. We have to sit in this area, right, if we want to get killed. So, you know what? Yeah, let's run away and take cover instead. Oh, we're running out of time. Let's do this. Whew. So it has had an impact to keep working from home and doing all this. And so at some point I decided to get going with a workout, and there is this Greek guy, Anthony, and yeah, I can't pronounce his Greek name,
Water pressure at
family
critical
name,
levels.
but he has a class now, like a 7 a.m. workout, and basically is rethinking workout to do it early in the morning, and to do it early in the morning in a way that is slightly more natural, and basically at a level that your body feels early in the morning at like 6 or 7 a.m. So it's scaling up effort. It's not waking up and do 100 push-ups because you should. And it was a really cool way to get it done, and it lasted for 6 weeks, like this class, and every week it would teach you something else and how to scale it up and how to plan your meals if you're the type that eats in the morning, or the type that doesn't and it's a bit later. And it was a really cool class. I started feeling a lot more energetic. I started to show on me like that, you know, the first, after doing it like for like 6 weeks or so, you get into that shape of that basic shape.
Thanks. The water's working again. One crisis managed.
It's still a
at
long
least.
way to become like, truly fit, but it has definitely been has definitely made the difference, I would say, for me. And so I'm pretty excited for the future. More excited I am because most of the joint pains have gone away. Like I have only one spot that is still bothering me, and I'm trying to figure out whether the pain will go away, or if I have to go and check a doctor. I feel like I'm still at the age where this type of stuff can heal itself if I'm a bit more careful, but we'll have to see. If you're interested in picking up a workout, look for Anthony, or you can look for the 7 AM workout, and I'm sure you'll find it on YouTube. Okay.
All units be advised.
So we have a new mission here, which is closely to the one where we had
Supply crate
the mission we had in the power plant and the electronics, like the first big mission.
Warning.
We have to take some medical packs and deliver them to the truck. And while that is happening, you know, you are getting
forces approaching.
This is a bit easier to do like in a team, because you have someone covering you and you are moving the supplies in the meantime, and you just join the battle basically when it's necessary. Good. Let's pick this up. And while carrying the
hostile forces approaching.
Like the items, you can only use the gun. Let's throw our turret and we'll try to shoot them down. Ooh, out of ammo. This is not great. Okay, I think the turret will cover us enough for us to take the supplies. Okay, good, we found some ammo. There's a bit more over here. Let's place the supplies first. Ooh, that was a bad hit. Let's heal up quickly. As you can see, like this med kit can be really good, and especially later on when we have enough electronics, this can be great. And it can also revive you. I'm not sure if in single player it can do that, but we'll see. Let's throw a turret. I want the turret to cover us at the top. Let's run away. I like the movement in the backpack and everything. It's the small details, but it makes it look alive, right? It makes it look like it's real. And... oh, clear the area of the remaining hostiles. Curious that this guy hasn't appeared yet. Maybe it's through these gates. No, I guess he was bugged out. But it's good, at least. If he got bugged, at least he died in the process.
Thanks. We've got some folks back here who need those.
Let's check the
meds
phone
bad.
call.
Coast Guard just caught Hales with 50 kilos of coke. Coast Guard just caught Hales with 50 kilos of coke, paddling up the East River in a military surplus Zodiac. Engine failure.
You're shitting me.
No, ma'am.
And where are the fireworks? I want to hear some Cristal corks popping.
When we locked her up, she just wouldn't stop grinning. I asked her if she was happy to be home. She spat in my face. Said, yeah, because now I get to take you all down with me. You think she's infected? I'm at the hospital right now.
Done. Okay, well, let's take ourselves to this crash drone. The crash drone is a different type of collectible. You won't get anything until you collect all of the crash drones. But you'll find these kinds of parachutes and you shoot them and they drop like some sort of a black box, I would say, with recordings, and we need to get on top of the building. I feel like this is every kid's dream, or you know, not every kid's, but many kids' dreams, at least those who've lived in this part of Eastern Europe in the 90s with all those action movies, to just climb on buildings and, you know, tend to shoot.
Agent, you've done outstanding work here. I can only hope your metaphorical cleanup of this area leads to eventual...
Don't worry about the interruption. It's going to continue in a second.
Allergy sufferers like myself. I've got something back here for you. It's still clean. For now.
Well, I'm gonna take the first aid kit because I feel it works better for us. That full shot in a second is what we need.
Nice work, Agent. You've done a very good job of things, and you don't seem to have anywhere near my level of sinus distress, so kudos on that as well. You want it, I got it.
Nothing interesting here. So at this point we need to head on north. So we'll take the safe house here, and then we're going to go up the street. 32nd, 33, 34, 36th Street.
Agent, we have a serious issue with the electrical grid in Times Square. I'll let Rhodes fill you in on the details. He'll be your point of contact for this one.
Thanks. Here's the deal. The step-down power transformer is on the fritz, and it's causing brownouts as a result. Normally, not a big deal, but Normal left this island a while ago. Let this go long enough, and we get cascade failure across the whole island. And that would be bad.
Okay. Now I'm hoping that with a few of these missions for the utilities we will get ourselves to a point where we can upgrade our turrets. I want that upgrade as soon as we can. Let's see, apparently there's like an item box somewhere in here. Maybe it's through this door in the back? No, it disappeared, so I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of back alley or something like that. I'm not gonna bother looking for it right now. Not that it wouldn't be useful, there is a chance that you get something good, but being still early in the game, or somewhere close to mid-game? Level 15? No, it's still early game. Still being in early game, the items you will find you will replace a lot, so it's basically like every RPG. You want to get to level 30, that's the level in this game, and there are a few more tiers after that of difficulty and drops that you will start focusing on the abilities that you use. So once you get to the final level, then you'll try to figure out what type of build you want, and you'll focus most of your attention on weapons and armors there.
Our #1 priority is getting the Times Square power transformer back online before we lose power for the whole district. But I can walk you through the fix. I think. I hope.
Here we have a new type of enemy, a new faction.
First things first. We We need to switch off the power manually, and by we I mean you. Again. I know, it's counterintuitive, but you gotta trust me on
This
this.
is going to be bad. Okay, we got saved there. And yeah, overconfident. Should have stepped back a little bit. Keep forgetting I'm not a tanky character.
First things first. You switch off the power.
So we're
First
going back
things first.
again.
We need to
The type
switch
of
off the power
enemies
manually,
that we're
and by we, I
fighting,
mean
they're
you. Again.
this faction
I
called the
know, it's
Rikers.
counterintuitive, but you gotta
Basically, they
trust
are
me on this.
escaped convict. I think that's where the orange suits come from. Like it's a prison uniform. And thinking that is what they thought of when they created them. And they can be pretty tough. Like they have, like when you see the lightning ball, like the type that will get very close to you, they are using shotguns. And as long as you attack them at the range, they're not as bad. But getting too close to us, you saw there with one shot, we 2 of our life, like squares, went away. What is important to know, like if you look in the character, where it was. Back in character, I believe I'm right. And we'll change, let's see, next category. Yes. So if we're going to our survivability, you can see that toughness is a combination of max health and armor. So that is our life. Max health and then armor. Armor just mitigates 11.79 weapon damage at this point with 185. I think the cap is at 45% or something? Don't remember exactly, but armor will never protect you fully. It's never going to be, it's going to be good, but it's not going to be that good. Even in the end game, like you can push a little bit, but it's not great. And you can see that from our character, we're mostly based on electronics. We don't really have any much in the other category. Like we have a bit of damage and we have a bit of toughness, but it's not enough. And you can get all kinds of information from the stats, and you can work on building the character the way you want it. But once you learn the game and you figure out what's important and not, because things like exotic damage, like fire and electricity and things like that, they can be quite damaging, but it can be pretty rare, and sometimes you are not really interested in adding new resistances when you can add a lot more health.
Now you can work on that transformer without getting fried.
Sorry, Rhodes. I need to commandeer this mission. Before the CCTV feed dropped, I ID'd the bodies in that room as Division agents. Agent, your other tasks are on hold until we figure out what happened.
Typical fucking Fred.
There's a police substation nearby. I'm sending you its location. It should have the feeds from those subway CCTVs. Be careful out there. With all that gunfire drawing the Rikers' attention, you're gonna have a nice fast bullseye on your back. They won't pass up a chance.
This mission has a lot of open areas, like after the subway. So it's gonna draw in a lot of snipers in the process.
Additional hostiles detected.
I used to die a lot in this mission, especially at this point. As you can see, we have a sniper already on the spot, and it can be a bit difficult to shoot at a distance, which is okay. I mean, it's supposed to be difficult in that. One of the cool things about having all those electronics is that as soon as our turret runs out of time, not health but time, right, and it respawns, we have such a short cooldown that we can redeploy. That is going to be very helpful to redeploy skills very quickly. There will be like different modifications for weapons and armor to reduce the cooldowns as well, which might mean that at some point certain abilities we can continuously cast. We're not in a great position here. We get a purple enemies. Ooh, I guess there's a sniper somewhere around. As you can see, we can redeploy it. Yeah, look at that. I need to get out of here. Yeah, let's go for it. So close. Whew. I think we might be safe. Let's throw a grenade at this guy. Just to distract him. Can throw the turret, so I'm just gonna throw it somewhere in there. It can get behind him and flank him, that is good. There is one more sniper left in this situation. Let's restock quickly and see if we can get closer to him. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna search the footage for those agents. You're cleared to get back to getting the power online.
You sure she's done with you? Because it's not like what I'm working on is important or anything. What we need to get this up and running again is a working fuse box. Warrengate, that's the power company. They sent a crew out to do some repairs. But those never got logged, which means they never happened. Which means the parts, like the box, are still sitting on that van. I got a rough fix on its location, so if you're available...
This guy really does want federal troops. It's a bit too difficult to understand. Like, now I'm a little older and I have an idea what why people don't like the federal troops and what's the difference between federal troops and the local police or things like that. But when I was young, like I think many people like me don't really get the difference because we don't have such. I don't think we have such things in our country. Our country is very small. Like Romania is small. A lot of the countries in Eastern in Europe, I guess in general, but especially in Eastern Europe, they're not big enough to have like different states. We just have a few regions, mostly for economic reason, right? To have a good leadership in the area and create different programs and take care of, you know, a few cities at a time. Let's see, found the car.
What you're gonna do with that fuse box is plug it into the transformer. I'll ID the spot for you. And if we're lucky and all this works, Times Square is gonna light back up like it's full of tourists again.
In this mission.
Hope you lifted that right. You throw out your back toting that thing. It's not like you can file for workman's comp.
I like the fact that the area is mostly dark, right? Except for a few street lights on this side. There's nothing really. Okay, pick it back up. We're getting new enemies.
Time to earn your place.
Throw another turret. Just so we can help. have to take a look at the buttons, because I was pressing E like before. I used to press E in order to target the enemy, and I would hold E in order to close the turret, right, to retract it earlier. For some reason when I press E now, it just breaks the turret, brings it back up, so I'm thinking that maybe there's something in the buttons that like they have to be changed or restored. Okay. Let's take care of the grenade guy. There's another purple grenade there. Okay, we managed to hit him enough to where he missed, which is okay. That was really bad idea. Really not go on blood as often, but I can't help myself. Ooh. Okay, time to start up the fuse, put the fuse back and start up the electricity. And now we're gonna have a bigger battle in a very open ground.
Unfortunately, this ain't a switch and run. You're gonna have to hold out there for a second and make sure everything powers up properly.
I'm sorry. It's an exposed position. The Rikers aren't stupid. They'll be coming for you. And after what you did on the way in, they're gonna be out for blood.
I think I'm gonna throw like the turret up here. It's going to have a good vantage point. It should be able to fire on most of the enemies. That's what I like to see.
Additional hostiles detected.
Light up. Just have to be careful. We have to be careful mostly for snipers. As you can see, there's a light there. I'll try to take the sniper out first. Good. Done some work there. Let's run behind the car. And throw another turret out, and we'll try to take the guy from the left first.
Additional hostiles detected.
Let's see. Everything is going haywire. There is another sniper weapon that I like. One that has less bullets, it's a lot stronger. It's a pump action sniper. Okay, we have another sniper now on us. A purple one. Ooh. Ouch, that hurt. I guess I'll just have to place the turret wherever. Can't really let him on their own. Let him on his own. So let's follow. On. Good. Now there should be another sniper coming in. That one. The ceiling shot. He is very dangerous. At the amount of life that we have, one shot from ceiling shot and we're dead. It's very important to pay attention here. Let's throw another turret out. Look at that. Almost got us there. Come on.
back in business. The grid looks stable, and the lights are on.
Did you see that?
No one's shot out anyway.
It looks like Times Square
The
again.
recovery
and that's gonna mean
link came
something
into
to a
play
lot of
there
people.
because we were about to die. Like that secondary shot on us probably did a higher roll of damage or a critical hit, and it almost took us out. And we had to start from before this encounter started. Let's see, a blue LMG. Let's take a look at our equipment before closing the episode. There's nothing special here. If I am going for the better bag, we would lose on some electronics, but we would gain some skill power. So I feel I am going for the officer bag first because it increases our armor by 20, and that is going to be helpful. And as far as the rest go, we'll just break it.
Agent, we recovered some CCTV footage. Shows what happened to at least some of our colleagues in the first wave. Makes me more determined than ever.
Mark my words. This ain't the whole
Conspiracy.
story.
Let's take a look at the evidence. But you can see that everything lighted up. Now we have commercials. You should have shot there. Whenever I watch this video, it's like, yeah, they get ambushed, but you have your weapon up while the rest don't. So, if you did a burst there is a pretty good chance that you would have gotten a few of them down. Might have not been enough, but yeah, you know. So we're gonna come back here, but until tomorrow, or no, until Monday, I wish you to have a good day and a wonderful weekend. Have some fun, enjoy your time, and I'll see you back in the Division.